What's up, Tube? Welcome to Low Guido's Chop Shop, second best Gel Blaster channel on the tubes. And if you've got a Wells G55 or MP5K, as we like to call it, then you've probably got one of these, and you've probably realised by now that they are hot door piss. They're garbage. They leak like a sieve. They leak from this gap here. They leak from this gap here. The mag lips are probably already broken if you haven't got the correct follower in there. Some of them come with an odd follower, which I think is for polymer Bravo. So not sure, but there is a different version that doesn't break the mag lips. But if you're all of the above, then hopefully this video is going to help you out a bit. I'm going to run through how to make these magazines a bit less garbage. Okay, so first things first, let's take this mag lip off. Let's just assume that you're leaking from here and here at this point. Valves is a different story. You could be leaking from the valves too, but we'll just focus on these points for the meantime, because valves is a simple thing to just change a valve over. This is a bit more complicated, fixing these ones up, but it is easy. Let's start with taking the mag lip off. Screw here, Phillips head. Screw on the other side, Phillips head. Undo those two screws, the mag lip should come off. And if you've got a follower that looks something like this, then you've probably already broken your mag lip and you need to get a new one. But if your mag lip's still okay and you've still got this follower, throw it directly in the bin, get yourself the updated follower which looks like this. Or there's a 3D printed version kicking around as well. So these are the three. The janky one is like a wobbly one. It's got a hinge in it, so it can sort of, I don't know why, but yeah, if you got that one, get rid of it. It's going to break your mag lips. And then this is the updated version, and that's the 3D printed version, which is basically the same as the updated version, but 3D printed. So use, one of those if you can get it. But for now, we're just going to take that spring out, put that follower aside, put the mag lips aside, and also we'll take this this gasket off if we can. Someone's already done a bit of a number on this one by the looks of it. Had a go at fixing it themselves. Looks like they've super glued this gasket in, which is not ideal. Not ideal. Maybe I should have picked a better mag to do a tutorial on, but this one's actually super glued in, so I'm just gonna have to work on this gasket, get that one out. Alright, so get this gasket out. Yours hopefully won't be super glued in there. Don't lose the little valve in there. There is a valve in there. It is part of the blowback system. Wow, this mag is mega stuffed. What is going on here? It's wonky as. Hasn't even been cut right. Wow, look at that. I don't know if this mag is just a defect from factory or whether someone's had a right go at it. Look at the top of this. This isn't even straight. This isn't straight across here either. It's like it's come out of the press on an angle or something. Weird. gonna go through it anyway. I got another one here. Let's see. This one's a bit better. At least the valve's not super glued in, but it also has leaking issues. Either way, look at the difference in the top of that. Can you see that? Look at that. That's crazy. I wonder if this mag was faulty from factory or whether someone's like, there's super glue all over the top of it, so someone's obviously actually had a right old go at it. Either way, we will continue on. Don't lose the valve. Don't lose the valve inside the gasket, because there is a direction which the valve faces. Some people have told me they remove the valve for a higher FPS, and yeah, I've tried it, and maybe it does get a little higher FPS, but the valve does actually serve a purpose. It's there to operate the blowback mechanism. But anyway, it's another story. The next thing we want to do is punch out these pins holding the body together. So I'm just going to put the pins over this block here, and then knock them out with a punch and a hammer. So that's one coming out. Didn't have to push too hard to get them out. Alright, I'll just pull them the rest of the way out with a pair of pliers. Alright, now that bottom plate should be free to come off now. It is a fairly tight fit, so you might have to wiggle it a bit. Don't lever it though. Like, or if you do, like, don't try to stick things down in here to lever against it, because you're just going to bend the edge of the sheet metal there, and then that's going to cause more issues when it comes to trying to seal it. I'm also I might just do these bottom ones first and check this seal, and then do the top ones after, because I'm not sure. I know in this one the bottom seal is definitely leaking, the top seal might not be leaking, so I might not need to do it, but I'll do it for a demo anyway. What I'll probably do is just I'll just work this bottom plate a bit until it comes loose. Alright, that came looser than expected. And there's the seal, which is supposed to be, that's the seal that's supposed to be sealing it. You can see it's not very good. I mean, for starters, it's actually supposed to be here. That seal's supposed to be there, and then when you push that in, it's supposed to seal up. The seal, when I removed this bottom plate, wasn't actually sealed, so yeah, that could be the problem that this particular mag is having. It is also a bit greasy, and the inside of the mag well here is a little bit scuffed. So what I'm going to do to make sure that this is nice and sealed, you can see this seal, it's not in good condition. It's probably even when it's new, it's not a high quality seal to begin with. There's probably other replacement seals you can get for this that are better, but given that I don't have any of them at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some RTV silicone and put it around there, sort of glue this in with RTV, and then do the same thing around this top edge, RTV, and then I'm going to push that back in and punch pins back in, and hopefully that should seal it up. Just remember too, these edges are what seals against the rubber seal there, so if they're not straight or if they're bent out, they might not seal properly, so you might have to give it a bit of a tap with a rubber mallet or something just to make sure that the edges are nice and straight. It is only a really thin sheet metal, so it can bend easily, which is why I mentioned earlier on, don't try to lever the end out with a screwdriver, because if you bend the edges of these, then that could actually affect your seal, and that could be where it's going wrong. Alright, so I'm going to put some RTV on this now. Alright, so I'm just using some Permatex RTV. I don't think it really matters what brand you use. This one's good for making gaskets for cars. It's not too susceptible to oil, so I just put a little smear of that around there. Then I'm going to put the seal on. Oh, it's good stuff. Getting all over my fingers. Alright, and then I'm going to put another smear just around the outside edge of the seal as well. Alright. Okay, so this next part is vital. You've got to really quickly set up your camera and your lighting and your tripod on the other side of the workshop where the vise is, and so you can clamp this in before the RTV dries. Alright, so obviously you guys won't have to set up your tripod and lights and everything, but what I've done here is I've clamped the vise, clamped the mag in a vise between two soft jaws on an angle that will equally close this. So basically, the jaw here is flat, pushing that base plate in, and that's vitally important because when you put these pins in here, you want them to go straight in, and you want them to go in nice and easily, because what will happen if you don't have this clamped in some sort of vise or something, you'll go to tap these in and you might get, 98% of the way through like that, and then you can't get through the other side. Now what you need is the pins to be able to protrude through the other side equally, so that they're holding on to that other side as well. If they're sticking out on this side and they're not sticking out this side, then just bashing this pin harder it's gonna warp the side of that and push it out, and when that pushes out, it's gonna ruin this seal around here even more. So you'll bend this out and it'll ruin the seal. So make sure that that is clamped down tight and flush, otherwise you're just going to bend the mag even more and it'll never seal. And now we're just going to clean off any excess RTV from the bottom of the mag and from your soft jaws or your hands or wherever you've got RTV everywhere, and we'll just let that cure 24 hours later, let the slaz dry on this, the RTV. Now I'm going to fill it up with gas and see where else it leaks from, because it's inevitably going to be probably leaking up here and here as well. So I just thought I'd tackle it one at a time. Do that one next if we need to. On the off chance by some miracle it doesn't leak anywhere else, then I haven't wasted effort, but if it is, then I'll just do this next bit. Alright, just gonna get some gas in here. Alright, doesn't appear to be leaking. That's amazing. And we'll just purge now. There you go. Leak-free mag. I am going to find another mag, see if I've got one with this center leaking. I'm sure I've got one with this center leaking, and then I'll just do that one so that you can see the process involved there. It's pretty much the same as what I did here. Knock these pins out, separate it, clean it, slaz it, RTV, and then clamp it in the vise and then put the pins back through. Make sure that the metal's not bent or you know, make sure it's nice and square so it can seal good, and then put it back together, let it dry. And that should last, I don't know how long that lasts for, but hey, if it lasts 6 months, if it lasts 2 months, whatever, it's better than having to buy a new mag. Okay, so I've got another mag here which is leaking from the center, which I was kind of surprised at the first mag that I had. When I sealed it up at the end, it didn't leak from the center, because generally, to fill this up with gas, oh, you can hear it. You hear it just leaking out from that center there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the last one, but it'll be on the center this time. I'm just going to whack some tape on this mag, just so that you know that it is the same mag and that there's no funny business going on. Alright, so now I'm just going to knock these pins out of this Alright. These pins are actually quite tight. Only I could say the same for the sealing here. Oh look, there it is. Look how quality it is. You can see it's pretty garbage. Bits of it flaking off here and there. That's why it's leaking, really. Bit there. Either way, I'm going to clean this up and just give it the old slaz treatment. Same as before. Just going to slaz it up. And I mean this seal is really garbage. That's essentially that's why it's leaking there, because that seal's garbage. But I mean, these, I don't even know where you get a replacement seal for one of these, so yeah, slaz it is. Just gonna do the old slaz. You don't have to get too thick. I've probably gone overkill, to be honest. But again, same as before. Same as what I did on the bottom plate. But just this time we're in the middle. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, clamping it in the vise to put the pins back in. Alright, 24 hours later, same mag. Let's give it a gas test. Alright. Sounds good, sounds good. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear the sounds of nothing. So, there it is. Like I said before, if it lasts 6 months, 2 months, a year, forever, at least you're saving yourself some money, and you're getting use out of a mag that was otherwise useless. These seals, the ones that come with it, are pretty much garbage, so yeah, what have you got to lose? You got nothing to lose. Don't forget, hit me up on Facebook if you want to buy a patch, and also if you want to buy me a coffee, there's a link down below. If you like what I'm doing and you want to support my channel, you can buy me a coffee. And shout outs to Adam Hoy, cheers for buying me a coffee. Thanks for watching, catch you next time, peace.